Hello, and thank you for joining me for today's football class. We're going to try to keep today's class to 30 minutes. I am on shift in the fitness center right now, so I might get interrupted, but hopefully we can get through the whole class with 0 interruptions. For equipment, you will need a mat, and you'll also need a ball. Get some tunes going on in the background, and then we will get started with our warm-up. So starting off with some shoulder circles, we'll start with little circles here. And then hands on your shoulders, doing elbow circles. And arm circles. We'll do the same thing backwards, so starting with the shoulders and the elbows and the arms. Excellent. Take a nice wide stance, arms out to the side, rotate and touch your toes. Bring it back up, rotate and touch your other toes. Feel a nice stretch through your hamstrings. Trying to turn those shoulders as much as you can. One more each way. Excellent. Moving into our squats, you can take a bit narrower of a stance, whatever is comfortable for you. Keep those feet flat on the floor and think about pulling the floor apart with your feet. Then sit your hips down and back. Try to keep your chest up. As you get warmer, you can try getting a bit deeper into that squat. Let's go for 4 more. Excellent. Moving into some side lunges, you're going to stand on one leg, step out with the other one, try to keep your feet pointing straight ahead, lower your hips down and back, and press back to center. Let's repeat. Should feel this glute working and this inner thigh stretching. We'll add in an overhead reach. 2 more here. Awesome. Let's switch sides. Big step out, lower those hips down and back. And add in your reach. Last one. Awesome. So you should be feeling somewhat warm now. You're going to grab your ball, and we'll get into our first circuit. Starting with the side lunge with the ball. I'm going to do this as a body weight exercise and just work on my mobility, trying to get lower into the side lunge. If you want to work more in strength, then you can grab some dumbbells or weights of some kind and add those in. So what you want to do is stand on your one foot and rest your other foot on top of that ball. Sit your hips down and back, get as low as you can, and then back up. All your weight is on the stance leg. You're going for 10 on each side. Keep the stance leg, the foot of that leg, flat on the floor. So if you're holding weights, have the dumbbells here on either side of my leg. And if you're at home, you don't have weights, you can fill up a backpack with some books or whatever sorts of heavy things you have around your house. All right, when you reach your 10, switching sides. Get as low as you can. Loading up the stationary leg. Only using that leg, the other leg's just hanging out on that ball. One more at my pace. Awesome. Second exercise, we have a plank with a hip to overhead reach. So we're going to do 5 of these on each side. The more your leg that's on the ball, the easier it'll be. Set yourself up into your plank with your leg on the ball. Really stabilize. With your free hand, you're going to do hip, overhead reach. Hip, overhead reach. Going for 5 on one side. 3, 4, 5, and then switching it up. Nice tight core. Breathe. Woo! Claw down into the ground with that hand. One more. Whew. It's tough. Awesome job. From there, we have leg swings. Okay, going for 10 of these each side. On your side. Get yourself set up so one hand's on the ground. Feet are on the floor, lifting that leg up. Bring your leg forward and back. That's 1. Going for 10. The higher you lift your leg, the tougher it'll be. Make sure you don't bend your knees, you keep them straight. 5, 6, 7, 8. Good work. Whew. Should feel that right in the side of your hip. Switching sides. Here we go, lifting that leg, keep it straight, bringing it forward and back, 10 times. You got this. Two more, my pace. Woo, it burns. Oh, awesome job. All right, we're into our first cardio blast. So just trying to get your heart rate up a bit. Get a bit of a sweat. We have butt kicks. So you can place that ball to the side. And you are bringing your heels. That ball doesn't like staying to the side, hey? Bring your heels right up to your butt. Standing nice and tall, going for 1 minute. Ready? Here we go. As fast as you can. Working those hamstrings, as well as keeping those ankles nice and strong. You got it. Go faster if you can. Come on. Seconds. Final 10. 3, 2, 1. Grab a quick drink. Catch your breath. All right, let's do all that again. We have 2 more rounds of the same thing. Starting with those side lunges. So take your foot, rest it on that ball, loading up the stance leg. So your hips down and back, get as low as you can, and back up. Really good stretch. Great job. Switching sides. Two more. Well done. All right, back to those planks. These were tough. So legs on the ball, put as much of your leg on the ball as you need to. Claw down into the ground with those fingers to stabilize you. Touching your hip, reaching overhead. Whew. Going for 5. And then switching sides. Keeping that core strong. Breathing. Whew, great job. Side lying leg swings. Get yourself set up. Feet on the floor, hand on the floor. Swing forward, swing back. So good. Switching sides, working all those side hip muscles. Higher you lift your leg, the tougher it'll be. Keep that knee straight at all times. Get as much range as you can. So good. Whew. All right, we have butt kicks, round 2. For 1 minute. Ready? Here we go. Stay tall. Heels right to your butt. Halfway. Come on, 15 seconds. And break. Awesome, one more round. Grab a drink if you'd like. Okay. Last set of side lunges. Trying to get as much range as you can on these. Keeping that foot flat on the floor. Finding that sweet spot. Sitting those hips down and back. Excellent. Treating both sides equally. Going for 10 more. Last one. Really good. Okay, back to our planks. Trying to be as stable as we possibly can. Finding that sweet spot. Hip and overhead. 5 each side. Splay those fingers and claw down. Switching sides at 5. Woo. Last one here. Really good. All right, side lying leg swings. Swing forward, swing back for 10. Switching sides when you're ready. Adjusting height as needed. Second side's always a bit tougher on these. Lift that leg. Great job. All right, we have our last set of butt kicks. Let's make it count for 1 minute. Here we go. Stay tall, go fast. Bring your heel all the way up to your butt. Work those hamstrings. Come on. 20 seconds. Final 5. And break. Awesome. Grab a drink. We're into our second circuit. Our goal is to get through this one twice and then you get to stretch. So first one we have is overhead squat. It's a really challenging exercise which helps to develop better posture. So I find for this one, helps to have a wider stance. Now I point my toes out a bit more, but you can choose a stance which is comfortable for you. You're going to take that ball, hold it right overhead. Don't let it come forward. Keep it right up there. Try to keep your arms straight. Then you're just going to sit down into your squat and back up. Going for 10, fighting to keep that ball overhead. Great work. Feet stay flat on the floor. Hips go down. Should be hard. That's how you know you're doing it right. Three more. Last one at my pace. Whew, great job. From there, we have mountain climbers. Oh, fun. All right, so we're going for 10 of these on each side. You're back in that plank position. You're going to bring your knee across to the opposite elbow and then back. 10 on one side and then 10 on the other. So, find your plank, bring your knee across to opposite elbow, and then back. Going for 10. If this is too tough, tap that foot down. That's fine, good modification. Here's 5, 6, 7. Don't let your hips pop up. When you hit 10, switch sides. Take a breather if you need to. Coming across the body to the opposite elbow. 7, 8, 9. Whew. Great job. I am sweaty. From there, we have a glute march. Again, going for 20. So 10 per leg. So you're going to have a seat on your ball and roll forward till the head's resting on your ball, and you're going to squeeze your butt to lift your hips up nice and high. You're going to lift one leg and then lift the other. Keep those hips up. Working on some balance here. Going for 20 total. If you're really good at these, what you can do is rest a weight across your hips to make it more challenging. Lift your hips up high, squeeze your butt. Make sure your feet are pointing straight forward, not out to the side. Try to keep that ball still. One more each side. Awesome work. Slowly bring it back up. We have our next blast, which are high knees, everyone's favorite, but we're only doing one set of these today. So make them count. If you use the ball, they are tougher. So with the ball, you're driving your knees into the ball, and without the ball, you're here, driving your knees straight up. I'll do about 30 seconds of both. You decide what works for you. Going for 1 minute. Ready? Here we go. Drive. Be strong. I'm going to be aggressive with these knee drives so that you have to work your shoulders to resist. Come on. Halfway. Get high. Fifteen seconds. Three, two, one. overhead squats. So again, you can try a wider stance if you'd like. Toes out a bit. That's how I like it. Hands straight overhead. Don't let them creep forward. Going for 10. Sitting down. Standing up. Fight to keep that position with your upper body. Two more at my pace. Well done. We're into those mountain climbers, 10 per side, touching down between or doing them all in a row. Whatever works for you, but just make sure you don't pop your butt up. You keep your body in that straight line. Here we go. Knee across to that opposite elbow. Switching sides at 10. Take a break if you need to. Really nice. Into our glute march. So have a seat on that ball. Roll forward until your head is resting on it. Hips are up nice and high. Bring your feet close together. And then you're just extending one leg, extending the other. Going for 20 total. So 10 on each side. Squeeze your butt. You're stabilizing with those hips. Nice and controlled. Great work. All right, you can leave that ball to the side. We're gonna stretch you out. Starting out with our child's pose. So just kneeling on the mat, sit your hips back on your heels, arms overhead, and relax your forehead down. From here, walk your hands over to the right, left hand on top of right, and just push that right shoulder down gently towards the floor. And we'll go the other way, walking over to the left and pushing that left shoulder down towards the floor. Bring it back into center and transition into cobra. So coming forward, dropping those hips, opening up your chest and rolling those shoulders down and back. Come back to neutral. Have a seat. Just going to bring one arm across, sit up nice and tall, move into a spinal twist. And switch sides. finishing off by opening up your chest, just bring yourself to cactus arms. Squeeze those shoulder blades down and together. And then while maintaining that squeeze, reach those arms overhead, wherever they get to. Might feel reminiscent of that overhead squat. And relax. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you for our next Fitball Blast. Have a great day.